hates it here. Keeps running away from me.
What time period do you get?
I'm getting early. I'd go back to like even maybe 1890 to 1910. The lady's up there.
What is she doing?
She's just glaring at me. She hates me with a passion.
Where is she now?
She is on the landing, at the top of the stairs, on the landing. She's right there.
Clearly, this Elvis is an unusual guy with an unusual story. So I'm gonna meet with a neighbor or two to see if I can find out what they think of him. Lillian, thanks for sitting down and meeting with me. I appreciate it. I told you I met with Elvis, your neighbor across the street.
Yes.
Now, what do you think of Elvis? Do you think that he's of sound mind and everything? Do you think...
Oh, yes, absolutely. I have no question in my mind.
If he says something's going on, you would believe him?
Yeah, some people can be more attuned to something like this than other people.
Now, Elvis suggested I come over and maybe speak with you, and I'll tell you why. He's having some unexplained things happen in his house. He thought maybe you might have some idea of maybe who lived there or some history about the house.
Well, I can't very well go back much before 1934, 35, something like that. The first people I can remember living in that house was Ernest and Maud Brown. I can vaguely remember them. I can remember when Maud died, and they had a funeral for her in that front parlor down there.
Did Maud die in the house?
Maud did, yes.
She's right there. And the kids are right on the banisters, to the left of her, hanging on the banisters. Smaller children. I'm getting 2 children. And they showed me that there were graves. They're in a circle, which for me, for some reason, I'm thinking relationship here, that maybe they're brothers and sister, because it's like a really tight bond, like that, like family, like tight. The kids were trying to tell me something. They wanted me to bear witness to some unspeakable horrors that were inflicted upon them. The woman who's here, she's so on top of them all the time. Like they're still under her thumb. They're just still under her thumb. And that's how it should be. These young children, they actually were trying to protect me from her and like giving me advice like, you better be careful about her. We don't like her. And I feel like this is actually their mother. She did not want a family and is very sick, mentally, very mentally ill. Like she doesn't have emotions really. There's no empathy there, there's no love, there's nothing. Sometimes entities have remorse for the things that they've done, but not this lady. She did some really nasty things to them, very nasty things.
What happened to them?
What happened to them? Oh, that's a touchy subject. She's pure evil. She's a sociopath, period. She's a sociopath, period. There's no empathy there, there's no love, there's nothing. She is completely insane, and she loves to hurt. I think that this lady might have killed someone, like her. Why don't you just leave? Why don't you just leave? I think that she did some bad things to her kids.
Since Amy and I don't speak during the course of an investigation, I have no idea what she might have found out. So I'm gonna head over to the Office of County Records to see what I can find. I need to find out if anybody else died in Elvis's home, and whether or not there was ever a murder or other violent crime there. As it turns out, it's a pretty quiet old farm town. Matter of fact, all the previous homeowners died of natural causes. But the problem is the records only go back 100 years. So I'm gonna find somebody at the county clerk's office that can help me look a little bit deeper. I'm doing research on a location in Erieville. It's an old farmhouse, and I'm trying to get as much background information on it as I can. Now, I have an address, I have names of people that I think may have resided in the location. I need any kind of unusual occurrence there, deaths, I don't know, newspaper articles, anything that can come up to that address.
Okay.
If you can help me out with that, I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Can you describe the relationship with this family and this woman abusing the kids?
She kept it mostly focused on her immediate people around her, doing little horrid things to them. How can you say I don't care about my children? How dare you? How dare you say that? I think she would have been like some kind of poisoning serial killer. Like those women who like poison everyone and kill them.
Prior to 1900, around the turn of the century, there was a wife who poisoned her whole family in that household, and they were the Purdy's.
And how far back's that go?
This is about 1898.
Okay, now this is a newspaper article on the poisoning.
Yeah.
Forced Paris Green down her baby's throats. She acted queerly, a sorrowful home. What's Paris Green? Do you know what that is?
It's a poison.
And how far back's this go?
This is 1875.
All right, so we know that at least the Purdy's lived there from 1875 on.
Correct.
And 1898, we think, is when she decided she was gonna kill the whole family.
She went insane, yep.
Okay. Well, this is a home run. At least I got something. Can I keep these copies?
Not a problem.
Excellent. I appreciate that. Thank you.
This woman did something bad to her kid.
Sometimes I'll take on the symptoms of whatever physical violence this spirit fell victim to.
Lower head pain, upper neck pain, right here, very, very, very intense, very, very, very bad.
I can literally feel their pain.
I'm having like the neck thing, but at the same time, it does feel like my head is exploding. It's weird because I'm getting like double illnesses. And then something with the chin down to the chest, something with the throat. Always, always, always sick, 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 sick. Nobody's happy about this. They were dying, like these people were dying.